Special. Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
So it looks like this is a chapter in a new edited collection called Star Wars in the History of Transmedia Storytelling.
Explain what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's the article from frankenfiction.com called Space Bitches, Witches, and Kick-Ass Princesses, Star Wars and Popular Feminism.
Yeah, okay. And this is a book, or it's an excerpt from this book?
I guess it's a chapter in an edited collection called Star Wars in the History of Transmedia Storytelling.
Interesting.
I guess I can read the full chapter, but I don't want to. There's an excerpt below, though.
Do the excerpt. Excerpt it?
Want me to read all this? Oh yeah, it's not that long. It's just that. All right.
This might be interesting. Who knows?
This is by who? I see the editors. Who's the writer's name? I see no credit to the writer. Where's the credit to the writer? Who wrote this? I'm just going to check real quick, see if anybody wrote this or credited themselves as writing this.
Who would want to?
They've turned energy, you're nuts.
All right, so...
Who cares? I guess who wrote it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'd have to do more research than I'd want to.
Really care to?
Yeah, this is just quick. So for those of you that don't know, also, we started this by searching notable bitches in Star Wars.
Bitches in Star Wars.
And this was the second link after like a article from the Wrap that ranks all 11 Star Wars movies from worst to best, and between a fan Pinterest account called Star Wars Bitches.
All caps.
Over the past few years, the Star Wars franchise has been widely praised for its feminism, especially since its acquisition by Disney in 2012. No comments. We're just reading it. New heroes like Jyn Erso and Rey are hailed as feminist triumphs, not just for Star Wars, but for mainstream entertainment more broadly. New characters aimed at a new generation of fans, like Rebels' pink-clad fighter cum artist, Sabine Wren, and new novels devoted to existing characters like Leia Organa and Ahsoka Tano from the animated series The Clone Wars are often cited by mainstream news outlets as part of a growing commitment to female characters and to feminism by association. Likewise, thanks to its alliance with Disney's Princess Powerhouse, the marketing force of Star Wars can now be felt as strongly in female-targeted sectors. Ellipses makeup. Is that ellipses? No, that's a... What is that?
Where is it?
What is that? What is that called? Is that just bracket? What is that?
The makeup?
No, the line in front of it.
Parenthetical.
Parenthetical. All right. Right-facing parenthetical. Makeup, fashion dolls, left-facing.
Close parenthetical.
Close parenthetical. As it is outside of them. Does all of this mean, as one reviewer put it, that starting with The Force Awakens, Star Wars finally awakens to a feminist world?
What?
Such assertions have certainly rubbed some longtime fans the wrong way.
That's what she said.
After all, women have made up a significant vocal portion of the Star Wars fan base from the beginning. Moreover, one source's assessment of what constitutes a feminist world, and of who is responsible for building it, is often fundamentally different from another's. As one fan commented, I'm sure that people went, wow, when they saw the first female Jedi in the prequels. The fanfic of the 1970s had women Jedi all the time and women smugglers. Nothing new there for the older fans. Will Brooker has also argued that the original female fans made the franchise their own through grassroots community building, crafting, and fanfiction. In other words, their fandom is built on free engagement with the story world, and many do not feel a strong need to be validated or greeted as consumers of licensed merchandise. Fan activity, of course, is not an official part of the franchise. In the kinds of stories that are sanctioned as canonical can certainly have a significant impact on a story world's feminist potential. While Leia's example is a powerful one, and although there are certainly more female role models in the franchise now than there were in 1977, can we call these official Star Wars products the films, the franchise itself,
You got
feminist.
Mon Mothma. You got fucking Leia Organa.
Yeah. Broadly speaking, feminists believe in and advocate social and political gender equality. But as Mary Hawksworth points out, feminism is a collective noun, with many interpretations and aims. As this statement indicates, what it means to experience Star Wars as a female fan and what it means for Star Wars to be feminist are questions too big for this chapter. The topic of Star Wars and feminist discourse could fill volumes, and indeed, several academic journals and books have already devoted attention to the subject. Rather than trying to condense a rich discussion of feminism in Star Wars into just a handful of pages, then, I offer a few examples from very different corners of the Star Wars story world.
Here we go.
They illustrate some of the diverse interpretations and aims of feminist discourse that are created by the complex interplay between fans and the multi-authored media industrial franchise that is Star Wars. First, I will look at discourses of feminism and the representation of women in Star Wars, paying special attention to the stories outside of the films. Then I'll explore the way the story world's non-narrative paratexts, toys, clothes, and merchandising, impact its engagement with feminist discourse. Finally, I will look at some of the ways in which fans and storytellers have politicized Star Wars and what this may tell us about the future of the franchise. These examples will also provide a brief but informative glimpse at the history of Star Wars' engagement with feminist discourse and the wealth of material still to be explored. One thing is certain, Star Wars is not just for boys, nor has it ever been. But the question of whether Star Wars is feminist has been controversial throughout its 40-year history.
Nobody has said that.
And that's the excerpt. So basically, they gave us to their mission statement.
That lead in, yeah.
Their thesis.
I was expecting some examples, but
I mean, there is, but we have to read the rest of the chapter.
yeah.
She explained what each of them are
Yep.
and what she's gonna investigate. But I mean, we're gonna have to.
I want examples. I want some good, like,
I guess
hard
I'm going to
example.
the fucking rest of the chapter.
You don't have to do all of it. Just a really, like the first one, maybe. Just the first one.
Why is it?
That's got to be the introductory point. Like, that's what she's basing a lot of this on.
Search. It's not giving me it right away. Fucking
Give me it right away.
give me it right away, dude.
I am entitled
Why?
to it to be given.
Why?
Whoops.
Search.
Not quite.
Space bitches.
Space bitches. It's interesting how we searched space bitches and got that.
Star Wars bitches.
Yeah, Star Wars bitches. Space bitches, witches, and
It's
whatever.
not giving me it. Oh, there we go.
Princesses.
Found it.
Found the book.
Maybe.
I'm interested to see in this aspect of, like, the media, like Star Wars, it's how it has to be politicized. Like, anything can be politicized.
I guess I can just read the whole thing here.
But I'd like to know, like, why people choose Star Wars.
Right.
Just because of its cultural influence.
Table of contents.
Just
That's-
boggles my mind. Boggled it.
Probably that, and like the already built-in fan base.
Yeah. But is Star Trek as politicized?
It's got like philosophical episodes, but I don't think Star Trek's politicized that much at all.
Star Trek was all about, like, inclusion and finding meaning in, relationships and stuff.
I want this.
Star Wars is a mythological allegory of Bible tales and folk tales and legends, destiny. Like,
Alright.
it has so many broad concepts that you don't really need to pinpoint something real.
You
like,
don't want to nail it down like that either.
no, you don't want to relate it to anything
stifles
real.
the creativity.
You just got to know that bad guys are bad, good guys are good.
Bad guy's bad, good guy's good.
That's it.
Doesn't need to be any more complicated. than
Yeah,
that.
it shouldn't be. That it gets bogged down in some semantics and syntax and just putting your own. What is that? There he is,
That's-
big boy.
It's a dark
Power
trooper.
armor, bro. Get him! Get him! Get him! We're shooting rockets at you now, huh? What happened to your cool gun?
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I got
There's
cool
my cool
guns
gun.
too, bruh. Whoa, dude.
Cool gun does so much damage.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, dude, just keep this gun. You got 100. Damn.
Oh, I got the weapon overdrive going on, too.
That combo was great. The weapon overdrive and that gun, hell yeah.
Just fucking
That
shredded
Coke
them.
bottle. Those
I
the
can't
6
pick
pack.
up that Coke
I
bottle.
don't know. They look like little gallons of milk, black milk, with red caps.
I don't think there's any more healing items in here. Oh, there's a shield. There's a med kit.
There you go. Cool. Happy birthday.
Oh, there's a shield.
Whoa.
Oh, there's another one.
Get your big gun. Get your big gun. Strafe, 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 strafe. Dude, that's badass.
Gun is too
This was
strong.
so this like section title.
Misleading.
No, this section title, I think would have been a better title for this whole thing, rather than Space Bitches, Witches, and
Princesses.
whatever.
Yeah.
This one is a woman's place is in the resistance, rogue readings, and feminist activism.
That's a good subtitle and title.
Right, yeah.
A woman's
just looking-
place. I like that. That's a play
Woman's
on.
place is in the resistance.
Yeah. Ooh.
So this goes on for like, what page does it end at?
They're throwing bitches and stuff in there. Having it that it's funny, but not really, thought provoking.
There's like 14 pages of this.
14.
Schwarn
Wait.
team?
Schwarntine.
Did I do math right? Yeah.
What's your math?
Started on
7+7?
page 225, and it ended at 239. That's 14, right? Yes.
Yeah, it should count for you. Doesn't it count?
Well, it counts what pages it is.
Oh, it just counts pages.
So I don't want to read 14 pages out loud.
Don't. I don't want you to.
Here are the subtitles of each of this, or of each section of this,
Okay.
after the opening statement. The first one is Star Wars and popular feminism. The second is Witches of Dathomir, representing feminism in a galaxy far, far away.
I like that. Dathomir, that was a big part of Jedi Fallen Order.
And the Witches of Dathomir were a
the Witches
big part
were
of
in
the
it.
Clone Wars also.
Mission done.
Store Wars, feminist merchandising,
Did you
and
do
the
it?
gender gap.
Holy hell, we are getting close to the end. We'll save this for the next episode.
Let me just finish this. It's
Oh.
almost done.
How many do you have?
I got like one more, two more.
Check out this document.
Oh, just like a penis.
Not really.
Look at it, just like a penis, dude. Look at it. I'm just kidding.
Look
But
at that.
okay,
All
so
the phases of the Dark Troopers.
this one was Store Wars, feminist merchandising, and the gender gap.
Dude, this is the final battle.
And the final one is a woman's place is in the resistance, rogue readings, and feminist activism.
Phase 2.
There you go. The next one's called the next like chapter in it. It's called Some Call Him a Space Cowboy.
Oh, some call him a space cowboy.
Some people call him a space cowboy because it's the lyrics.
That's the lyrics.
Some people call me the space cowboy.
Who sings it?
That's the Steve Miller Band. I saw him live at in Fargo
At Fargo, where we
at
live.
the Shields Arena.
Shields. Okay.
Some people call me the space prangus. Some call me the Scatamaray. Some people call me.
On the Star Wars special.